Consider the below series. What is this series? This series is a mixture of two series. This series is a mixture of two series. All the odd terms. What are the odd terms here? 1, I mean 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. These are odd terms. And how these odd term series happens means it is formed based on Fibonacci series. And all the even terms like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. These are formed as prime number series which are in ascending order. Both the series are in ascending order. We have to write a program to find nth term in this series. What we have to do? We have to find nth term in the series. So before finding nth term in the series, you all know how to print n prime numbers. Now, first we will see how to print n Fibonacci series. Then after printing Fibonacci series, we will try to print a series in this format, whatever the format that they have given. That means all the odd numbers in Fibonacci series and all the even numbers in prime number format. Okay. After doing that, we will try to find the nth series in, I mean, nth term in this series. So what are the different steps we are trying to do now? The first step is, first we will try to find out Fibonacci numbers, I mean Fibonacci series. After finding Fibonacci series, what I have to do? We will start, I mean, you already know how to print prime numbers. We can write code for prime numbers. Next, after doing that, what is the second task means? First task is to print the Fibonacci series, and the second task is to print this series, that is combination of Fibonacci as well as prime number. After doing that program, we will go for the third task. What is the third main task that for the today? We have to write a program to find nth term in this series. So today we have three different tasks. First task is Fibonacci, and the second task is to print the series what they have given, and the third task is to print nth term in this series, in this newly formed series. So first I will explain you what is Fibonacci series. Then I will write a, I mean, I will explain you how to write a program for Fibonacci series. Then after writing Fibonacci program, we will try to mix both Fibonacci as well as prime number series. Okay, got it? Any doubts, ma, up to now? No, okay. Now on to the. Are you there? Okay. Now look at the screen. What is Fibonacci series? Anyone? Fibo- Fibonacci. Fibonacci series. What is Fibonacci series means? The first number is 0, 1. But here in the series what they have given, the first starting numbers are 1 and 1. So you can consider either 1 and 1 or 0, 1. So the first number is fixed 1 comma 1. Then what is the next number means? Summation of previous two numbers. What is the next number now? Next number is summation of previous two numbers. What is previous two numbers? 1 and 1. 1 plus 1. What is the value? 2. To form the next number, again here you have to consider the previous two numbers. What is the previous two numbers? 1 and 2. So the next number is 1 plus 2, that is 3. So next number, what is the next number now? 2 plus 3, 5. Next number, 3 plus 5, 8. Next number, what is next number, ma? Please tell. What is the next number in the series? What is the next number in the series?
10.
10. How to form next number? 5 plus 8. Previous
16
two
ma'am.
numbers summation and 16. 5 plus 8. It's 13. 5 plus 8. 13. Next number. What is next number now? 8 plus 13. What is 8
21.
plus 13? 21. Next number? 34. In this way, you are going to form the Fibonacci series. What we have to do for first digit as well as, for in this series, the first at the zeroth or at the first position, at the second position, the values are 1 and 1. From the third position onwards, how the numbers will be formed? The numbers will be formed based on summation of previous numbers. So to form third position value, what you have to do, you have to sum first position value plus second position value. In the same way, to get fourth position value, what you have to do, you have to sum up second position value with third position value. In the same way, to get fifth position value, what you have to do, you have to sum up third position value as well as fourth position value. This is what we have to do. So uh, did you understand how to get Fibonacci series? If you
Yes ma'am.
understood this procedure, we will start coding. Okay. I will take ideal shell only. So today I have big problems, so I'm not using Jupyter or any other things. In shell, I'm taking a new file. So in this new file, in this new file, we will start writing a program for Fibonacci. So I'm writing Fibonacci series in a function, because why I'm writing it in a function means, what is the purpose? Because I can able to reuse that function wherever it required. So Fibonacci of fib function. Here I'm giving n. What is this n means? N number of terms. So what is n? N is n terms. What is n? N is n terms. Next, what is the first number and what is the second number? What is the first number? First number is
1 ma'am.
1. And uh, what is the second number? Second number is also 1. In the series, both the first number and second numbers are 1. మనకి ఇక్కడ అప్లికేషన్లో 1 1తో స్టార్ట్ చేశారు కాబట్టి 1 1తో స్టార్ట్ చేసామమ్మా. జనరల్లీ ద ఫస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఈస్ 0 అండ్ ద సెకండ్ నెంబర్ ఈస్ 1. 0 + 1 becomes 1. సో అలా మనకి సిరీస్ ప్రోగ్రెస్ అవుతూ వెళ్తుంది. బట్ ఇన్ ద సిరీస్ వాట్ ఎవర్ దే హ్యావ్ గివెన్ ఇన్ ద క్వశ్చన్, as they start with 1 1, I'm taking initial numbers as 1 1, but generally it is 0 and 1. Okay. Now what you have to do, my initial numbers is, so just I'm printing this, print fibo Fibonacci series of n terms. I'm just giving a prompt message, and after the prompt I'm just printing the values n1, n1, comma, with 1 comma, I'm just printing n2. సో నాకు n1కి n2కి సెపరేషన్ ఉండటం కోసం నేను మధ్యలో ఇంకో కామాని అపెండ్ చేసుకుంటున్నా. ఓకే. Next, I am closing the bracket. This is your printf statement. So in order to so what happens if I don't give end position? What happens means end is a new line. So instead of printing a new line, what I want to print means I want to print something like comma. Comma or leave it next simply end. Next, now what I have to do, I have to repeat the condition how many times, I have to repeat the loop how many times. Let take I is an iterator, or the instead of while loop, as I know the fixed count, you can take for loop for I in, but for I in range, what is the range here? Already I have first value and the second value, that means two values are completed. What is the range I can take here? Or you can take values from n to n minus 1, n terms minus 1. So what happens here, we always take end value plus 1 position. సో నేను ఇక్కడ n టర్మ్స్ -1 అని తీసుకుంటే ఏ పొజిషన్ దగ్గర ఆగిపోతుంది, n టర్మ్స్ -2 పొజిషన్ దగ్గర ఆగిపోతుంది నా ఇండెక్సింగ్. సో ఐ విల్ గెట్ హౌ మెనీ వాల్యూస్, ఐ విల్ గెట్ n terms -2 values. Why I am using n terms -2? Because already in this n terms first two terms are already defined, so no need of finding the starting two terms. So for that reason I'm taking the range from 1 to n terms -1, so that I will get values from 1 to n terms -2 position. So I'm not using this I value anywhere, just for loop iteration I am taking this I. Next, what I have to do, what I have to do here, how to calculate next term, how to calculate next term equal to, how to
Summing
calculate next term, everything next, sum of previous terms.
value.
Initially what is the sum of, I mean, mm, so here to calculate 2, here sum of n1 and n2,
And two.
so the same thing I am doing here, n terms equal to n1 plus n2. Okay, next, now I found next term, then what I have to do, now what I can do means I will move n1 index and n2 index to the next position. Initially n1 is 1, n2 equal to 1. Now after calculating 2, what I will do means I will move, I mean I will move n2 value into, I mean the next term into n2 and n2 value into n1, so that these two values will be hold in n1 n2. So for next term calculation what I am doing means in n1 I am moving value n2, and in n2 I am moving value next term. So what I am doing here, did you get what I for suppose here I have 1 1, what is this 1 1, n1 n2. Next what I have done, I have calculated next term. What is next term? n1 plus n2. So now I got it as 2. Next, what I am doing here, after calculating next term, what I am doing, I am just moving n1, I mean I am just moving this n1 to the next place, that is to this position, and n2 to the next position, that means here. So after moving this, in the next iteration what happens again, I can able to perform n1 plus n2. What is new n1 and n2? It is 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 becomes 3. Again, after completion of this, n2 moves to the new position and n1 moves to the n2 position. In this format, I will keep on calculating the series. Got it? Did you understand why I wrote in this way? Every time I am
Yes, ma'am.
preserving last two numbers. For that reason, I am writing n1 and 2. So now, so I just moved. Then what I have to do, I need to print next term value also, no? So what I am doing here, I am printing next term value and next term. So before printing a next term value, I am just printing comma here and printing next term, and I am making end as empty, nothing. So this is how I have done the complete for loop condition. After completion of this complete for loop, I'm just write print. Print and empty print is what happens? What happens if I use empty print? So a new line will be printed. Next. That's it. Depends on the next program, I will make necessary changes. Now for this, I will saving the program and just will check whether we have written the correct program or not. So here fibonacci.py. So always your python file need to save with .py. So save. So how to run the program? Run. Okay, I done a mistake here. What is, so after completion of this definition, I have to call the Fibonacci number. So I'm just calling Fibonacci series with 10 terms. What is this 10? I want to print 10 10 numbers in the series. So now I'm saving it and running the code. Let's see. So these are the first 10 Fibonacci series numbers. So what are these numbers? 1, 2, I mean 1 plus 1 becomes 2, 1 plus 2 becomes 3, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 13, 21, 21 plus 34. Did we get 10 numbers or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got it? For suppose if I want first 50 numbers, simply change it to 50. Save code and run code. You will get first 50 Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series. Got it, ma? Any doubts here in Fibonacci series? How to print Fibonacci series? Okay. Now, what is the next task in front of us? What is the next task? First, we try to print this Fibonacci series. This series. Now, what is the next task? I want to print a series as a mixture of two series. What is the two series? All the odd terms should be Fibonacci and all the events should be prime number. So here I have to write code for both Fibonacci as well as prime number, and I need to print this series. If I give value as 10, what happens? 5 starting 5 Fibonacci numbers have to print and starting 5 prime numbers has to print in the output. What I am telling? Excuse me. what I am telling. So these are some Fibonacci numbers. Ma, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hmm. What I'm telling, these are some Fibonacci numbers. Now let's write what are the different prime numbers we have. Prime series. So here the prime series, from where they have started prime series from 2. So what they have given here, all the even terms should be prime numbers. So in the even position, if you check the first number starting from 2, not from 1. So what is the first number I should get? 2. Next prime number is 3. Next prime number 5. What is the next prime number? 7. What is the next prime number? 11, 13. So I have to print values in this format. Yes. 11, 13, or after 13, next one is 17, 19. So first try to identify the prime number series. Next, how to form the mixture series, mixture of both Fibonacci as well as prime numbers. The first, I mean odd, in the odd place I have to fill Fibonacci number, and in the even place I have to fill with prime series. That is 1, 3, 2, 5. After 2 we have 3. After 5 we have 7. After 3 we have 5. After
11,
7 we have 11.
8,
After 5 we have 8.
13,
After 13. Next
14 again,
13.
17.
17. In this format we will get the numbers. I think we have repeated. Okay, okay. In this way we need to get new mixture series. So what to do? First we have how to print Fibonacci number, and we have a code to write prime number. First we will also include the definition for prime number in the same program. In the same program I also include code for prime number. As I already told you multiple times, I'm writing a code directly. So to print first and prime numbers. So what is the condition we have to take for I in range? So here my prime number starting from 2. 2 to n terms, no, n terms, no. So even I value will always be from 0 to n, or you can also consider it as 1 to n terms. For what I wrote this I value, this is for n terms count. Only for n terms counting purpose I am taking this for loop. Okay. Next for I in range something like from 2 to, so now what I am doing means I am taking all the, checking all the prime numbers from 2 to take some maximum limit, like something like 1000 or 10,000. Mm, mm. No, no, no. Here, if we take for loop, there is some, we will get some. So we will go with the while loop. So I'm take a count as 0. Initially count value as 0. If I will take while loop here, while I can also write using for loop, but to reduce complexity, I'm going with while. Um, Count less than n terms. If the count is less than n terms, I have to enter the loop. And here I value also we have instead of taking for loop condition, what I can do means I can start it from, like I'm taking some under p. What is this p is? I'm just considering as 2, because 2 is the first prime number, so I'm starting it as 2. Let's see. So now I will start checking whether 2 is prime or not. If it is prime, I will print. If it is not prime, I will move on to the next position without any range. So నాకు n terms కాబట్టి నేను range అనేది ఏం పెట్టుకోకుండా every time I will add +1 position. I mean, so that we can reduce complexity. If I use for loop, I'm going to increase the complexity. That's the reason why I'm not using for loop. So for every time what I will do means, every time this p value not be initialized here, so it has to initialize outside the while condition only. Now while here I am taking some I value to what is the prime code. I have to always consider some value either from 2, and I have to consider one flag bit. I'm using this flag bit to say whether the obtained number is prime or not. So while p while p greater than or equal to I, while p greater than I, or I less than or equal to p. Maybe here at this point, for is the apt one. For I in range, for I in range 2 to, so here I'm writing whatever code I have explained you earlier, from I in range 2 to p. So previously I told you n here. Here I'm taking p because p every time indicates a new number. Check whether p is prime or not. So I'm taking a range from 2 to p. If I mean, if p is divisible by I exactly, if p divisible by I exactly, then I can say that I will come out of this for loop. Before coming out of this for loop, what I will do means I will make flag bit to 1. Okay. After coming out of this for loop, what I can do, I can print. Before printing, here we have to check whether flag double equal to 0. When flag double equal to 0, what does it mean? Flag equal to 0 means prime. So initially I am setting the condition as every number as prime number, and flag becomes 1 means not prime case. So when a number is not prime, I will set flag bit to 1. So when number is prime, I will set it to 0. So for by default, all the numbers will get flag bit as 0. But while doing calculation, if any of the value is dividing the number, that means if we can able to find factor for that number, then we can say that number is not prime. So I'm here, what is the task we have to do? Here the task is we have to print just prime numbers and prime numbers. So I'm not bothered about not prime or prime. So what I'm doing, if flag bit is equal to 0, I'm just printing print print I'm giving some space, comma, I'm just printing p. So after this, what I have to do, if I print a prime number, that means one prime number, I found one prime number, so I have to increment the count. Count will be incremented. Count will be incremented by 1. సో నాకు ఒక ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్ రాగానే నా సిరీస్లో ఒక కౌంట్ వచ్చింది, ఒక నెంబర్ కౌంట్ పెరిగింది కాబట్టి, సో ఐఎమ్ మేకింగ్ కౌంట్ టు 1. ఐఎమ్ ఇంక్రిమెంటింగ్ ద కౌంట్ టు 1 పొజిషన్. Next what I will do means, so if this is not possible, if these conditions are not executed, what I will do, simply I will increment p value to the next position and I will check for the next values. Let's see what happens. Before starting off this while, I'm just including one printf statement. Prime numbers are, I'm just making end to nothing. Here also end to nothing. After completion of entire, I just make it, I just move to the new line. Okay. With this we have completed prime number code. This is prime number code. This is what you already know. I mean, from here to here, you already know all this code. What extra points I have added, I have taken while condition where count less than n terms, I have initialized count to 0, and every time after finding one prime number, I am incrementing count value to the next level. So naki count denki to count number of terms. So if the count reaches n terms, I will stop the procedure. No need of finding next prime number. So why I'm taking p? I'm taking p to find, I mean, p holds the prime numbers. What p holds? P holds the prime number. Okay. So time of So for prime also I will give 50. Okay, initially we will check with 10 terms, then later we will go with 50 terms. Here I'm just hashing this. I'm just saving the code and I'm just running it. I just pressed F. Oops, what happened? Okay. Mm. I'm saving it and running the program. If you see here, these are the first 10 prime numbers, isn't it? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. How many digits we got? We got 5 plus 5. First 10 prime numbers. So in the same way, if I give 30 here, what I will get? I will get first 30 prime numbers. What I will get? I will get first 30 prime numbers. Okay, now I have a code to print first prime numbers. In the same way, I have a code to print first, I mean 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 Fibonacci numbers. Now what I have to do? What is the next task I have to do here? I have to form, what I have to do, ma? What is the task for the day? I need to form this mixture series. That what is this mixture series? In the, I mean, in the first term, I have to print a Fibonacci number. As the second term, I have to print prime number, and in the third, I have to print second Fibonacci number. In that way, I have to print the series. So, how to do that? How to do that? What changes I can able to make to this program? What changes I can make? What changes I can make means, instead of printing, what I will do means, instead of printing every time, what I will do means, I will take a list here. List L1 equal to, initially list values are 1 1 here in Fibonacci, and instead of printing, what I will do means, instead of printing, I will append this next term to the list. L1 dot append. So all the Fibonacci numbers will be in one list and all the prime numbers in the other list. So I will print based on the index values. That's it. Next term. So these are the changes I have made in Fibonacci. In the same way, in prime also, I don't want to print these things. So I can comment these things. No need of printing. What I am doing, I am just commenting here. So here also, instead of printing, what I have to do, I have to take one empty list like list 2. Initially it is empty. So whenever I found a prime number, what I will do means, I will append that prime number to the, I mean, to the list. So what I am doing here, instead of printing, I am just appending those values. After completion of this program, I just return list 1. For Fibonacci, it is list 1. For this prime number, it is list 2. What I am doing, I am returning the list. List 1 is Fibonacci and list 2 is prime. So now I will write a code for define code for mixture series. So I'm just writing code for mixture underscore series of n terms. So here if I specify n terms, I should get n terms. I mean n terms should be printed. So now what I have to do? So here what you have to check means if n is even, if n value is even in the mixture series, so what will be printed? For suppose n is 2, one Fibonacci number and the first prime number will be printed. For suppose n is 4, two Fibonacci numbers and two prime numbers will be printed. For suppose n is 6, two Fibonacci, I mean three Fibonacci numbers and three prime numbers will be printed. These are primes and these are Fibonacci. So that means equal number of primes and Fibonacci series numbers will be printed. For suppose if n is odd, then what happened? Here you have to write the exact code. If n is odd, then what happened? For suppose if n is 1, only one Fibonacci number will be printed. If n is 3, one prime number will be printed and two Fibonacci numbers will be printed. If n is 5, what happens? Three Fibonacci numbers will be printed and two primes will be printed. Got it? What happened? If n is 3, I will get n double by 2 prime numbers. N double by 2 means what happens? So I am performing floor division. 3 double by 2, I will get only 1. So n double by 2 plus 1. What is this plus 1? I will get one extra Fibonacci number. So will be printed. You have to remember this. So how many, if n value is even, I will get even number of primes and Fibonacci. And if number is odd, I will get n by 2 prime numbers and n by 2 plus 1 Fibonacci numbers. So you have to remember that point. So what I have to do, if first before uh, typing the program, what I will do means first I will check the terms. If n percentage 2. So why I am using percentage 2? To check whether n terms is an even number or odd number. If n percentage 2 double equal to 0, then what I have to do? I will take f as a Fibonacci numbers to store all Fibonacci, and I will call Fibonacci function fib. With how many values I have to call? I will have equal number of values. If it is 2, 2 by 2, that means I will get one prime number and one fib number. So in the same way, I have to take n double by 2. Else, what I have to do? F equal to fib of n double by 2 plus 1. These many numbers have to be written. So in any case, whether it is odd or even, my prime numbers is common. So for prime, p equal to prime of n double by 2. So those many primes should be printed. So what I have to do now? I simply uh, did all the numbers from both Fibonacci as well as print, and I have to print it. So here also I will write two quotes. So instead of here P, I will put this P here so that we can include our for loops here itself. So for I comma j in f comma, I mean Fibonacci numbers should be printed first, so I am taking f comma p, print I comma j comma end with nothing. Else condition, what I have to do in the else case? For I comma j, here also from I comma j in f from 0 to which position? Length of f minus 1 position only. So నాకు లాస్ట్ ది ఎక్స్ట్రా ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ. So this one is extra when compared to prime. If both the numbers are having same number of values, then only I can write in this way ij values. నాకు same లేకపోతే then it will throws an error. So I am writing from length minus 1 position. Again I will try to print the values. Print I comma j instead of taking here, what I will do means I will include separator here. One more comma will be printed. No worries. And also I am ending with comma. Extra comma will be printed. For now, we will write in this format, and later we will do changes to it. Next. So after completion of the for loop, we will left with one more last one. So I will print it. Last Fibonacci one, I will print that value also. Print f of length of f. Now see, let's see whether we can able to get the mixture or not. Let's see here. I'm calling the mixture series with 10 terms. That means 5 Fibonacci numbers and 5 prime numbers. Let's see whether it works or there is any errors in this code. Invalid syntax. Sorry. N is not defined. Okay. N terms. Here also N terms. That's it. Here also N terms. I'm just running. Too many values to unpack. Okay, ma, we will see this program in the next class as we are running out of time. I will explain you this program in next class. I'm stopping at this point, and we will clear all these errors in the next class. So
Okay,
in
ma'am.
tomorrow's class. Okay. is there. Sir?
Madam,
Okay, sir, I'm leaving.
yes, okay.
Okay.